Oh yeah, the Macho Man here, telling you to subscribe today to Adamantality World so you can be the cream of the crop, just like me and Miss Elizabeth.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam Mentality World. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. I do appreciate it greatly. This is Thanksgiving 2018, so a very happy Thanksgiving from Adam Mentality World to you. Even if it's after Thanksgiving, I hope you and your family had a happy Thanksgiving. So we're going to get into some things. One thing I'm thankful of this week is all the WWE Superstars that I got to meet this week. We're going to get into first. This was an arranged meet and greet. It was Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, excuse me, and Alexa Bliss. Had to get there super early. Had to get there about 6 a.m. even though it was supposed to start at 10. It didn't technically start until about 10:30 because they were shooting a little commercial. I'll show you right here. There's a couple of photos. They're talking to some people that work there with the Mattel. Like I said, then they shot like a little commercial. I don't know when they're going to show it, but they were in it. Kurt Hawkins messed up at one point. Everybody's like, "Ooh, that's why you're not on TV." Ooh, that's kind of mean. But yeah, so that was cool. I said, once again, we got there. I got there at 6 o'clock, 6:15, whatever. I was number 5 in the group, but by the end of it, I was probably number 25. So once again, line cutters, you gotta love them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them in the future. Maybe you guys have some suggestions. You can comment below. Things we should do about people who cut in line. I hate them. I do. I really do. I said, it's just people. I said there were people who showed up. It's supposed to be at 10. People showed up at like 10:20, and I saw one guy in particular. He got brought all the way to the front with his friend who cut in line as well. I said I'm gonna mention this every time I go to a meet and greet because it just pisses me off. Because when you do that, you're saying I'm more important than you. But guess what? Your retarded self is not more important than me, and I can say that because you're retarded. So first off in the line we had Zack Ryder. Woo woo woo, you know it. I'm sure some of the people there to meet him. I was there to meet him mostly because I have his Funko Pop. I wanted him to sign it. He signed it, Zack Ryder, WWWYKI, as in woo 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 woo, you know it. So I got that one signed finally. Kind of a funny story behind that one. He had a contest about a year or so ago where it said, hey, the first 100 people to buy my "You Know It, They Know It" blah blah shirt would get a signed autograph from him. So I was like, well, I don't really want the shirt because it's like 25. It might be 28 bucks right then. I was like, I don't want to pay that much money. Hey, I can Photoshop, so I'll Photoshop it. So I Photoshopped this image, but clearly he realized like, hey, we don't make tank tops. And then I tried to lie about it and say, no, my mom cut the sleeves off. I was like, I think you're lying. I just like came out. I was like, yeah, you're right. I lied, busted. But my buddy, he ended up getting the autograph with the Funko, with the Photoshop job I did for him. So that's good for him. Yeah, so that's basically the Zack Ryder story, except I was hoping that he wouldn't recognize me. I didn't think he would. He sees hundreds of thousands or maybe a million people a year. He's probably not going to recognize this face. But luckily, let's say I went through the line, he didn't recognize me, and I went on to Alexa Bliss. But a real quick thing is my buddy said, hey, you should show him your the photo of you when you Photoshopped. I was like, if I'm going to do that, I will do it at the end if he's the third person in line and after I got all my photos and autographs. But he was first in line, so I didn't get to show it. Next up, we had Alexa Bliss. You can see Kurt Hawkins photobombing me right there. That was actually the best part of the video photo. I said, it was all right. And I said, it's over the table. All three of them are over the table. It takes away a lot from them when you can't just like stand next to them. So, yeah, and it was just kind of awkward. I always feel weird when I do those things when it's a girl because I always feel like she's just kind of like, please don't touch me or sexually harass me. And like I said, and that's not my intentions whatsoever. So I'm extra careful. So I'm like far away from her. So it makes the photo not as great. But I did meet her, and I said, I would bet 100% of the people were there just for Alexa Bliss, and then everybody's like, oh, okay, because that's how I was. And I got her to sign my Funko Pop. It says Alexa Bliss. So, boom, 2 more for me. I think that's number 12 for my WWE Funko Pops that are signed. Yay! I'm getting there slowly. That's the only reason I went, really honest, to get those 2 Funko Pops signed. I had to call off half day at work, but I got that mission accomplished. Third up was Mr. Kurt Hawkins, who I said photobombed the other photo with Alexa Bliss. I didn't have anything for him to sign because it doesn't have a Funko Pop, and I didn't want to spend $15 to $20 on his little action figure thing, and then just have Funko, and then action figure. So What I did have lying around was this 400 facts about the world's greatest human, the truth about Chuck Norris, because Kurt Hawkins has a fact thing, kind of, which is like a spin-off of Chuck Norris. So I got him to sign it. My buddy said that Kurt Hawkins like, wow, that's a first. I didn't remember him saying it, but whenever those meet and greet things happen, usually my brain goes, goodbye. Everything just disappears because it's just so nerve-wracking. Like, oh my gosh, I'm actually meeting a celebrity. Don't piss them off. Don't get them angry. Don't, whatever. Make sure you get everything signed and a photo and everything. So my nerves, my brain's going boom, a million miles per hour. I don't know if you've ever had that happen before. But that was it for the meet and greet. There was another meet and greet after that, like 15, 20 minutes down the road. But that was at like 1, and I had to go to work. And that was with the Bella twins. I would have loved to have met them, and once again, gotten that Funko Pop sign. But it was last minute. I'd have to drive all the way back home to get my Funko Pops. And I already said I was going to be back at work at 12. So I missed out on that one. But my buddy hooked me up. He knew where they were going to be staying because they were having Monday Night Raw at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. So after I got done with work, I caught the train. I went down there. I hung out with him for a little bit, and I got a couple of pics with some wrestlers and stuff like that. So let's get into it, shall we? First one was this picture, No Way Jose from a distance. This one was kind of funny because there was a couple of kids running up trying to get the photo, and he took their photo, and then me and my buddy went up. Like, my buddy started talking because he's done this a couple more times than me. He kind of knows how to like not step on toes, so I let him lead. And he walked up to him, basically like, "Hey, No Way Jose, can I get a photo with you?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. Give me a second." So No Way Jose walked away, and he came back, and he started pulling his luggage out of the back of the car. And as he turned around, whoa, there was my buddy. It scared the heck out of him. Like, it'd have been funny if he punched him. Oh, no, he's not attacking you. He just wants a photo. But luckily, nothing happened to him. So he got his photo. Then I got my photo right here. There's me with that really tall No Way Jose. Then we went downstairs, and we went to the bar, and you could see the Flairs, Charlotte and Ric Flair. I really wanted to get a photo with Charlotte Flair. I've already got my photo with Ric Flair, so it's like, all right, one down. I just got to get the other one. But they were there at the bar. We didn't want to disturb them, so we let them be. We went back upstairs. We saw Scott Armstrong. He's Road Dogg's brother in real life. I think he's a referee. For up until about a couple of days ago, I thought it was Fit Finlay because he's just like an older guy with pale hair. But it's not Fit Finlay. It's Scott Armstrong. We saw Michael Hayes, got a picture with him, a little fun story with that one. Asked, hey, can we get a photo real quick? He's like, sure. And he was wearing a fanny pack, and I was wearing a fanny pack. And he's like, hey, nice fanny pack. I'm trying to bond with him that way. So I got my camera up, ready to take the photo in selfie mode, and click. I clicked the wrong side. I turned the camera off. It's like, geez, like here. I was like, all right, there goes my chance. But Zoe, you go. So my buddy Zoe went up. He did a selfie like you're supposed to. Click the right button. He got his photo. Then I ran it real quick, and then I got my photo as you saw a second ago. We saw Michael Cole. He was kind of busy. He just been working on Raw, so I just took a big picture from a distance. Saw Nia Jax, aka the Face Breaker. Asked her for a photo. She was very sweet about it. Got a picture with her. Boom, selfie as you can see. Let's see, what else do we got? We got Tyson Kidd as he was walking by, aka Natty's husband. Good to see him. I said, I don't know exactly what he was doing. I guess he was just traveling with Natty because unfortunately he can't wrestle anymore. I believe it was Samoa Joe that got him in a muscle buster and hurt him. So then he had to retire. Seems like a cool guy on Total Divas. Sometimes they try to make him look like a jerk. But if you watch the show, you realize Natty's kind of a crazy person. So I could see where he'd be a little more irate. And while we were waiting for the Charlotte and Ric Flair to kind of separate, Kathy Kelly came down. She was looking magnifique. She came down and sat next to me. I was like, so I snuck a photo. I didn't want to harass her because once again, I didn't want to get pepper sprayed. I didn't want to make her feel scared or anything like that because I'm not a big dude, but I'm an okay sized dude. Bigger than Kathy Kelly, let's just say that. So I was just like, let's leave her alone. Then eventually, finally, we went back and forth all over the place, and finally, I got my photo with Charlotte Flair. Woo! So I got woo and woo all in one day. As you can see in the photo, she's not too happy to be there. I said she'd been drinking a little bit, and probably the fact that we were harassing her. Little thing before I got my photo, there was one guy that's my buddy's buddy. He was getting a photo with Charlotte Flair. He just got there like 10 minutes ago, and he was getting his photo automatically. Boom, he got Charlotte Flair. He got lucky with that one. So a mutual friend of ours was taking a picture of him with Charlotte Flair. He took a picture, click, And then the buddy's like, oh, okay, now turn it 9 degrees and take a photo like that. And I was like, no, 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 no. Don't be selfish. You've had your chance. Like, move aside. So then my buddy, I took a picture of him with her. And then finally, I got to take my picture in a selfie mode with Charlotte Flair. So I could see where she'd be upset, because as soon as I got done with mine, it was just people were coming ambushing her. It stinks. I know. Like I said, people are stalking you or whatever. Like I said, but like I said, I guarantee you, in 20 years, when she's no longer famous, she'll be like, man, kind of wish they'd ask my photo. I just keep walking around like a regular person. So it's give or take. Like I said, they're famous. It's gonna happen. I feel a little guilty about it, but not too guilty about it. Like I said, because they're making millions of dollars. Like I said, if life was that rough or whatever, like I said, they'd figure something else out. Couple other people we saw Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Mike Rome. They're all like announcers and stuff like that. They just said, hi, Corey, and they, all right, and they walked on by. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to harass them. That was it. Like I said, still a huge day for me. Like I said, I would have loved to have met the Bella twins. Got my Funko Pop signed. I'm sure there's a couple other people I mentioned in there who had Funko Pops. Oh no, Charlotte Flair doesn't have one, but I would love to get hers eventually and signed. That is it. Let me know below if you ever met any famous WWE superstars and how your circumstances went. Hopefully a little bit smoother than mine. That is it. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. I do appreciate it greatly. And until next time, peace.